phenomenal crowd at the Galen Center for college basketball. Watkins and the Trojans, Cody McMahon, Jelani Cambridge, and the Buckeyes. Here we go on a Saturday night, and it's USC first. Both teams are used to blowouts. Average margin in a game is more than 20 per game for both of these teams. And turnover number one right there for the Buckeyes. It ends up with Asia Petty. What are you watching for Ohio State offensively tonight?
I think that's a big part of it. Getting into their sets, getting their shots, creating quality looks, not allowing the size of the Trojans to get to them.
Cambridge floater, that's around and out of the rebound. Juju Watkins, she had her pocket picked, and the easy two for Taylor Theory.
The keys to this one is taking care of the basketball.
The hit ahead's going to be available. Iriafen the miss. That went off a shoe, and it's picked up by USC. That three is around and out for Kennedy Smith. Another chance will lead to free throws.
That there are areas that they can really take advantage of.
Sure, they apply turnover-wise. Sometimes they will get scorched on the board.
Efficient. The numbers are there, but not quite as efficient over the course of the last 5-6 games.
You feel like it's in there, though.
It always is in there, and every player goes through this, especially the elite ones.
Petty, no. Good defense. Iriafen going vertical. On Olhoffen with a hook pass down low. Rhea Marshall tried to run it up. Petty in the post. Got the kick out. McMahon. That's a big hit for her tonight.
And Ohio State needs that. And frankly, for both of these teams that are looking for higher volume. And that's where pulling Iriafen in and then forcing her to come and close out. Those shots are going to be open for McMahon.
So many stars in Big Ten women's basketball. Cody McMahon is one of them. Down low, it is up and good. Von Olhoffen hit a big three against Iowa. 5 to shoot. Iriafen on the drive, and it is out of bounds to the Buckeyes. Another turnover. Time zone swap playing both ways here. Ohio State actually is more settled. They've been here for a while as McMahon misses. 0 for 7 from the floor for the Trojans so far. Iriafen bowling in, and she draws a whistle.
She said, I may even show Juju the film against Ohio State last year, if you'll remember. She said she went 1 of 4 to start the game. She had missed a couple, and so
the size very effective for the Trojans defense.
And it's their front court, but it's across the board. Think about positionally how versatile they are with that length.
There's Juju sizing up a shot, starting her move. Watkins drive and kick, got it to the corner. Kennedy Smith rips it.
There you go.
USC team. Here is Petty leaning in. Oh, that was beautiful.
Patience, footwork.
Avery Howell is a sharpshooter. The Cambridge family playing together as they did growing up. Here's Petty spinning and can't score. Rebound down there for the elder Cambridge, and she missed.
Doesn't get it to go through, but that's where they'll slip in and sneak, find some of those spots where they can get in on the offensive glass.
Pretty clearly, USC is feeding the post as Heckel drives and scores.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I know reading coaches' lips in prime time sometimes get us into the news media, but she did say, what are you seeing? And what we're seeing is Chance Gray for 2 on the jumper for the Buckeyes.
Try and just disrupt the offensive flow.
What position from Iriafen, and she stunned it in. Crowd wanted a foul. Gray missed that. Rebound, Iriafen. Watkins against Theory, one of the Defensive Player of the Year nominees in the country. What a matchup this is. Watkins against Theory. Watkins takes her, and the help from Lemila got the block.
And that's great help coming over because Watkins had Theory on her hip.
Ebony Walker the miss. USC can have a final possession, and they will equip Juju Watkins for that. What a matchup that was. Watkins against Theory. We'll see if we get it again. Late in the quarter, it's Heckel. Heckel's got to go. Watkins, nobody knows. Wow. That picked up its first 1 seed since the 80s last year.
There is a history to the game. I remember when I played for the great Doug Bruno and we lost to Tennessee, which was Pat Summitt's 800th win. In the ceremony after, we all stayed out for it, and obviously you don't need to say anything more. They are stout and they understand how to disrupt you and take you out of what you're trying to do.
Here's a lob down low. Marshall, nice catch. She scores.
Spot on pass, led her right there to the opposite side. Filthy.
All of those. Pull up won't go for Cambridge.
And she's going to get off those type of shots just because they're not going through.
Another lob and another deuce for Area Finn. She's had a huge night.
And they are making it look easier than what it is to put it on point. And that starts, though, with the work done by Area Finn.
Rhea Marshall looked like Jaden Mayava there trying to throw it 50 yards downfield.
I just wanted to, be with our great Fox people. The great Jacob Allman, fight on, USC alumni.
You are winning, friends. Here's Von Oelhoffen to the free throw line. You mentioned the great Doug Bruno who you played for when you were coaching at DePaul, and I was your radio announcer.
Correct.
It's a long time ago.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, you're welcome. Battle for it, and we got a kick. We have a kicked ball.
For both teams and what they're trying to get into on the offensive side.
Watkins curls around and misses. On the hit ahead, and here is Theory to the rim. She gets 2 and a foul.
Is where Ohio State has relied upon her more veteran players.
Eckel gave up the 3. She'll spin it to the other corner, and Watkins. Juju on another skip. Eckel shovels it. Rhea Marshall scores.
What a play by Eckel.
That is very difficult to do.
I assume the steals for the 4th?
I have to imagine so. We're digging up.
I'm sorry.
Here's Petty. She scores.
Asia Petty has really come out and played solid and done so in an aggressive way on the offensive side, something that had been a bit lacking these last 5 games.
Juju missed it for 3. That would have been a highlight. She got hit with that basketball and redirected to Heckel. The jumper won't go for Area Fed, and then Watkins.
To see one go through and get her back in her shooting rhythm.
Well, she had a game like that the other night. Ohio State is Juju Watkins has 2 points.
2 very defensive-minded teams. It can junk things up and disrupt it enough that it feels that way because they are playing hard and pressuring and playing physical.
Both teams' defenses allowing under 30% from the floor. Petty has been tough to handle. There's 2 more on a duck in. 1 and done again for Ohio State. The offensive rebounds have been non-existent. Area Finn got it to the corner.
Frankly, would like her to just get herself into a rhythm, not think about it, and still play within the context of the game because she's entirely unselfish.
Akunwafo denies that from Petty.
Big block.
Off the tip, taken away. Theory gets it right back. She started it and finished it. And it might fatigue USC for later in the game. A Trojans team that's only played 8 so far. Big bump. Area Finn will go to the free throw line. When you say the nail, just for the uninitiated, where is that on the floor?
Do you know where the nail is?
I do. Yeah.
Do you explain to viewers?
You want me to go ahead and do it? You see that Big Ten logo there?
Yeah.
In the lane?
Yeah.
Right around there.
In the court, in the hardwood.
Why are you chuckling?
It doesn't feel like a compliment.
No, it was. I love the folks at DePaul.
You're a former employee.
That's right. Cambridge. Oh, she just rocked it to sleep.
Beautiful job and her patience. And there's been good variability for Ohio State. For as much as they have quickness getting downhill, they found some of those little middies, floaters, shots around the basket.
Juju step through and she'll go to the free throw line.
Every single opponent is trying to throw something unique at her, not only physically but mentally. Look at these different things. It is a lot throughout the course of the season, but that drive, for instance, you see how many bodies are trying to show for her.
Petty with 2 fouls staying in the game. Cody McMahon has 2 as well. She'll pull up over Iriefan, and the long arm affected that shot. And a foul on Olhoffen, knocks down the free throw.
And for Ohio State, you hope you can kind of stem out this final 1.5 minutes.
Cambridge. No, it danced out. Kennedy Smith, a willing shooter, will lob it instead. Iriefan, it did for. Crucial minute here for Ohio State to maintain contact, as their men's team did on Thursday night against Maryland, coming back from 17 down in the first half. Theory was in a wrestling match, and she is fouled. I know you went to an NBA game earlier today, but
is that not how it's
in the gather? No, you're right.
In the gather.
I can buy it. Lead is 9 now for USC. One more time. Juju Watkins. Kennedy Smith bluffs the 3. She'll slice into the lane and get called for an offensive foul. One fan who was chanting defense just switched to hurry up. We'll see if they do. Cambridge, 5 to shoot. Theory got to go against Von Olhoffen on the kick, and the drive. Pull up is an air ball. Shot clock went off. There was no whistle, and so that'll end the first half. Boy.
And offensive players in the country, and so that's why defense is key on her in that type of way. I said this earlier. I just want to see her continuing to take those shots because she has so much gravity and opening up teammates as well.
Here are 2 more running at her and a tie-up. The water lilies of sports television. Very nice.
But what a perfect picture and example, though, to show that. And again, credit Ohio State's defense, and that's a huge strength of theirs, but they're doing so in a really disciplined way to the scouting report.
McMahon leans in. No good.
Iriefan forcing her left, and that Cody McMahon wants to go right. And so for USC against McMahon, they've done a nice job in trying to take away that right side penetration.
Know your scouting report.
KYP.
Iriefan for 2.
Bringing this crowd, these lively environments, it's extremely fun to experience and be a part of.
For the younger viewers, USC won back-to-back national titles in the 80s back in the day. There's 2 for McMahon. They were at the Caitlin Clark jersey retirement, but if you look back on it, there's a great story on Yahoo Sports about this, as the ball was loose, picked up and thrown ahead. Here is Watkins, who thought about the pull-up, had Iriefan the whole way off the juggle for 2.
Play.
One of the cornerstones of this program. Theory wraps around and gets fouled. Rhea Marshall reached in.
Take advantage of the quickness, what the lineup looks like, and showing something different. Petty still. And does that allow for the Trojans to continue to be even more assertive in pounding it inside?
And how do you deal with that? Do you front the post near Steele over there?
Well, and this is what you're betting on.
Here's Petty digging down low. Marshall got the arm up.
Great at staying vertical and maintaining the body control to watch that time and getting a hand on the ball. Cambridge.
Past Marshall, got it on the rim, wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Theory. Gray, long range, too strong. And Iriefan just wrangles the rebound. There's the pressure again on the hit ahead. Von Olhoffen. Iriefan off the jab for 2. 18 for Kiki Iriefan already. Pull up Ava Watson. Too much. Into the corner and pulled in by Iriefan.
She is having herself a game, but take care of the basketball. It's big for the Trojans.
Theory got it right back, and she got fouled.
And in talking with Lindsey Gottlieb, Notre Dame loss earlier this season, the things that we need to come together with and work on after the Iowa loss, some of the areas they need to shore up, and that's why I think it's still going to be a steady build for what the Trojans look like now as opposed to what they look like ultimately in the postseason.
Well, they've been through the car wash of a schedule as well. Avery Howell's second 3. Cambridge on the hunt, had it sent right back to her. Boomerang by Rhea Marshall. Juju Watkins tiptoes into the front court. Still looking for her first made field goal tonight. Watkins missed it. One-armed rebound, Marshall.
Is a gauntlet because even if teams are not ranked, the strength of the league is immense.
Cody McMahon misses. Rebound for Rhea Marshall. Gotta look out for Howell in that corner. Her pass is intercepted. Picked off by Cambridge on the gas pedal down the lane. Got it to McMahon, who will head to the free throw line.
Rhea Marshall is so excellent when she does have deep position, has some size with those 3 fouls. And we've mentioned some players that Juju Watkins, we've already mentioned this Ohio State defense, but for her teammates continuing to figure out how to carry some load.
That pull-up wouldn't even fall, and the rebound for Cambridge. Streaking into the front court. Cambridge gave it off last time. She scores this time. Kennedy Smith off the Marshall screen. Marshall has post presence. Howell lifted out. There's Marshall, and that's real trouble.
USC has absolutely dominated. Kevin McGuff was talking about that earlier today and understanding just how important that would be, and it's shown.
What color would you call those shoes? Slime? Ecto Cooler?
I'm sure they have. And I mean, I would call them fluorescent green. Well, you can go on like Nike.com.
Gray, the defense on her right hip. That lob went to nobody. It's a near travel. McMahon up to Cambridge, who's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
I did remembering. I was a pretty good faller.
You were.
I played volleyball.
Cambridge missed both. And a back tap taken away. Gray was right behind Marshall, and she did not know. Turnover number 16 for USC, but the risk and reward on full display.
Obviously the difference in numbers, but I think the bigger part of it is still not yet seeing a field goal go through.
She is as self-assured as anybody in a really good way. So fun to watch, so stoic on the court, but when they're throwing 3 players at you, I have to imagine it can get frustrating as Gray to miss.
Every game.
Right?
You know, every night out.
So in transition, she'll pull up before the cavalry can get there. Marshall saves it into play, and Madison Green's got her clutches on it. Down low, Lemila. But you combine those two, and it's 4 for 25 from 3 on this trip as Lemila. Lemila. Juju Watkins. When will that first field goal come? That's a foul on Madison Green. They did have 1 to give. It's kind of just weary out, though, when there are 3 players surrounding you at all times, basically. Area Fenn. Gray over Area Fenn. Oh, man.
That's a tough shot. And she shot the ball really well this season from 3, 37%.
Juju takes it herself. There's the first one.
Yeah, they don't look pretty, but her fingerprints are all over this game and why there still is a lead as well.
Theory probing, nearly walked. Good hands by Von Oelhoffen. And a nifty behind the back while you're at it. And another one. A yo-yo convention has broken out.
You know the type of defender Theory is, so I like that matchup within a matchup.
Heckle right to the 10.
She's had the run on the floor the time she's been on. She recognizes how to read and get through a defense. Or if she draws in multiple defenders to find her teammate. You better have other areas to go to, not just 1 or 2 players.
Close range, step through, no good for Walker. Rebound for Area Fenn.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Kennedy Smith bluffs the 3. Skips it, Heckle. Cambridge closes on her. Heckle, another drive, and another 2. Sarah, that's the type of play you were just talking about when she was at the foul line, that she provides this team as we get a foul.
Coverage, isolation, and beat her defender, even when she's already on the bounce.
Her second foul at 5:30. These defenses, you're right, have cooked.
I feel like give credit to the defenses, but individually and collectively. Their game plan, their understanding tendencies, knowing their personnel, all of that has been there.
Juju out of the double. Still scores.
Catching a little bit of rhythm here, closing out the third quarter.
Walker bounce pass, taken away. Iriafen has 3 seconds. Heckle the shovel. Iriafen filling the lane. She's denied. Too strong. You know, I have friends on both sides of the thing. So you're gonna pin me down on making a pick here?
I didn't know you were picking. I didn't know you were biased and picking for your friends.
Wow.
And not just picking based on, you know,
I did enjoy when we were friends back in the day. Watkins. No, it faded right. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that.
I'm glad
I'll ask the questions here. Cambridge the kick. That 3 won't go for Gray.
It's going to be interesting how the tone is set here starting this fourth quarter.
Watkins for Howell. Corner tray. No. Iriafen claims another offensive rebound. She goes to work and scores.
So Iriafen has been working all night, and a big part of that has been using her size inside.
Gray fouled.
And so the last thing you want is for them to continue building that momentum.
They've only hit 4 of them, but they've helped separate as Gray, who's an outstanding foul shooter. Von Oelhoffen for Howell. Look out. Too strong. Another second chance, and that's down. Kennedy Smith loves it.
They've just been at it on the glass, 48-22. Only gone according to what you would anticipate, and others, given the fact that these are such 2 strong defensive teams, has shown.
No call there. Cambridge floats it up and in.
And Jelani Cambridge is such an important aspect to how this team operates offensively, her scoring, and without it, it's been a big struggle.
Iriafen got deep. Marshall, another offensive rebound. It's just been killing Ohio State.
It's really coming to fruition.
Cambridge off the window. How did that happen? Watkins turns and burns, drives and can't score. Rebound, Iriafen at it stripped. Watkins blocked by Lemila. Cambridge had to run it down like it was going downhill. She got it away from McMahon. You said it. That's the way the Buckeyes are going to have to come back in this game. Is there enough time?
And just speeding USC up.
Kennedy Smith, so smooth.
That's a critical shot.
McMahon blocked by Von Oelhoffen. She'll take it all the way. Von Oelhoffen can't score. Iriafen, no. Smith is fouled.
Between the three-point shot, the stop, and now these offensive rebounds.
Talia Von Oelhoffen, by the way, looked like Dad Chemo on a pick 6 there. He played in the NFL for about a decade. Couldn't finish, but a nice take and 2 and a foul.
Really pumping Idaho tonight.
Yeah. The Treasure Valley free throw good for Gray. Smith got it to Iriafen. They attack the middle. They've been doing that well when they've broken the press. On the spin, Watkins wanted the contact. She'll settle for 2.
That's a tough make.
Gray turns the corner, and
there's a quickness of how they get into their offense, and then it comes down to this pressure and the way that they have turned USC over.
Von Oelhoffen fell, and what do we have? Second one is there. Cambridge sprinting to Iriafen.
Game, but I think there's so much that you can take from that, and it showcased how tough they can be. It's a half court too. They're able to disrupt you, turn you over, and get you out of how you want to get into your offense and that half court defense too. So to your point, I mean, when you have that type of record and you've had those type of wins, they are a scary team to face.
Howell in the corner misses the 3, and that's punched ahead. It's Cambridge on the run, bouncing for Gray. No. Juju nearly double dribbled there. Von Oelhoffen catch and shoot. That's pretty. 2:31 to go in a 20-point game. Cambridge bumping off of Heckle. Got it for an open 3. That won't fall. for Watson. Gray, the drive. That's plucked away by Watkins. Just an over-the-head check like in lacrosse. Watkins got to the basket, counted and one. Watkins missed the free throw. Another second chance.
For the Buckeyes, came from turning the Trojans over inside on the inside, and they've also done a really solid job defensively.
It'll obviously be a different game in the UCLA game, pace-wise. The challenges for USC, but a big turnover number tonight. Kiki Iriafen. Under 2 to go. Cambridge. Lemila can't clear the rebound.
Iriafen, but she's had some really nice ones here tonight.
Ball coming our way, and we have a foul, I believe, against USC. Green's junior in 22, redshirted, hurt the year before, 15 starts in 21 before that injury happened, and good to see her getting some important minutes once again. There's a steal. McMahon denied. Kennedy Smith unsubscribes. And she'll hit it ahead to a streaking Watkins. Tough catch. And she'll walk out of the pack with it. Why not? Got it.
That is critical just to continue. She's caught a rhythm. She's seen the ball go through more. She's getting to the basket. She hadn't knocked down a three-point shot yet. You're looking ahead. You're looking big picture. But I do think just seeing one go through to finish, you think about normally just how it goes. So I think in all regards the totality of it, and we're talking about this. What was her final stat line?
As USC on one of the final possessions gets a drive from Malia Samuels that goes wanting.
And again, credit Ohio State's defense, because I know they didn't put up the scoring numbers needed, but defensively, that is where they are so strong, and they showed that type of strength. The big issue, I'm sure Kevin McGuff will be showing his team film. The rebounding was a major factor in this one.
Second chance points, certainly as he expected. You said
knew that it was going to be a potential issue, and it ended up being so.
A major challenge. USC takes down Ohio State 84-60.